There's this little boy that found out that he was going to have a little new baby sister or brother that coming into this world. He's just a toddler himself. And this is how the announcement came down.
Guess what you're going to get in November?
Yeah.
You're going to have a baby brother.
No, a sister.
No, you have a brother, dude.
No, our sister, Mama.
It's okay.
I'm sorry, baby.
No.
He's a little disappointed. That little young man wanted a sister, a complete sister. Ninja had, what was it, this announcement when your brother was going to come into the world?
Yes. It was a long time ago. My parents were telling us that we were going to have a baby brother. And I was so excited because it was already me and my sister. But my sister was very upset and cried because she wanted it to be all girls.
That is so funny. When my wife and I were telling Wes and Amanda that Spencer was coming into the world, we brought them to the Waffle House, gave them gifts, and as they were opening up their gifts, they learned that this was from their new baby brother that was going to be coming into this world. I think Wes got a soccer ball. I can't remember what Amanda got because she was like 5. I think it was a doll or something like that. That's how unique that was. I wonder how Scott told his daughter that there was going to be a new baby coming into this world.
We just sat her down and said, hey, we've got some exciting news for you, because she really wanted a baby brother. She was praying for a baby brother, and so she was excited when we told her. Just sat her down and then took her out to McDonald's and chicken nuggets to celebrate. That was her thing back then. But there was one condition with her.
What's that?
She said we had to name the baby boy Willie, because she was really into Little House on the Prairie. And, Willie Olson.
Right.
So she said, that's fine, but I want him to be named Willie. And when we told her we're going to name him Josh, she was not happy at all. It took her a while to get over the fact that we were not naming him Willie.
Teresa, what's this about your sister's baby?
I helped deliver my sister's baby.
No, you didn't. Oh, how cool. What happened?
Yeah, well, the dad kind of, he passed out on the first child.
Oh, no.
So in the emergency room. So they told him that he really didn't need to be doing that again.
Uh-huh.
So when she was pregnant with her second one, he thought that he could do it, but at the last minute, my mom and dad, they went out of town because my mom was kind of supposed to help, and of course that's when my sister went into labor, and so actually me and the nurse delivered the baby because the doctor was in the little boy's room.
No.
And he was a 10-pound baby.
That's a big baby right there. I wonder how Dusty is going to be. That's Ninja's husband when Oliver comes into this world in July.
I sure hope he doesn't pass out.
Right?
I'm going to need him.
Rob and Lizz.
His morning crew.
It's his radio. What about these cicadas? There's something that we've got to watch out for, right?
Yes, because there's more cicadas. There may be more copperhead snakes because cicadas are their favorite snack, apparently.
Snack. Wow. Which is kind of, it's like relieving and scary all at the same time because you don't want those copperheads in your yard.
Right. But I guess they could help with the sound a little bit.
Yeah, although when we're talking 1 trillion cicadas and how many copperheads?
Hopefully not that many.
Right? Yeah, I don't want 1 trillion with those copperheads. One thing to really look out for, like say you have some trees, specifically maybe an oak tree in your yard, the copperheads can climb up into the tree and stay in the bark, and you have no idea that they're in the bark of the tree just like that. And I think the cicadas really like to get on really small branches and even embed themselves in the bark of an oak tree. That's why the rattlesnakes are a little bit more dangerous around humans, I would imagine, in that area if you stumble up on one.
Yes, make sure you watch the kids, watch the pets, keep the grass short.
Hide your kids, hide your wives.
Rob and Lizz.
His morning crew.
I don't know if you've heard about these chickens that got on the loose. So let me bring some context to you. It's in New York. And you know how when you're driving down the road around here, how you see these big trucks that have these little containers of chickens in them. Because Ninja really loves the smell of those.
That's nasty.
I know, right? And there's like hundreds of them on trucks. I see them twice a week, early in the morning as I'm driving in.
I hate driving behind them because then the feathers, they start like blowing everywhere. And I'm like, no.
They do. And some will get stuck to your car, especially if it's raining and they just like smattered all over your car.
No,
it's like pollen, only it's chicken feathers.
Ew.
So thank you, Jake. I'm glad you liked that.
Always.
And so here's the thing. There was a small little accident and nobody was hurt, but these containers fell off of this chicken truck. Some of them opened up and they stopped traffic and they're running all over the place. It's like a dozen of them got loose and they were free.
Why'd they cross the road?
Rob and Lizz.
His morning crew.
I don't know if you have to deal with this or not with the kids in the back seat, because especially if they're really close in age, that there is, I'll just say it, fighting going on. They fight with each other. I mean, that's happened in Scott's car.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Ninja has a little baby on the way. Oliver's not going to fight with himself. But when there's a sibling on its way, and I'm sure, Ninja, you did that with your sister and brother.
All the time.
Yeah. There's a hack. There is a hack now that's from a mom on how you can guarantee to stop the fighting in the back seat. Okay.
I got to hear it.
You sure you want to hear it? She went into her back, what was it? You lifted up the hatch. So she's in a minivan. She lifted up the hatch of the minivan. There was this cardboard box that was back there. I guess she was going to recycle it. Instead, she just got so tired of it that she took that box that was already broke down and flat and put it in between her two kids like a wall. It immediately stopped the fighting just like that.
What a great idea.
I know,
So they
right?
couldn't see each other. They couldn't reach over and poke and pick and make faces. That's a great idea.
And I don't think that it was like this was a shock. Mommy put up a wall. I cannot see my baby sister anymore. What is going on? I can't pick. And it stopped the fighting just like that.
Gonna have to put that in my back pocket for later.
Right? You should. And then she turned up the radio.
Rob and Lizz.
His morning crew.
The cat distribution system strikes again.
What do you mean?
So, that's a saying when a cat adopts you.
Okay.
Because most of the time, I mean, some people get cats and adopt them and stuff like that. But most of the time, if you have a cat, they found you somewhere. Like they came from the trash or at a gas station. They found you. So that's called the cat distribution system.
Okay, I get that. And that makes sense.
Yes. And so it happened for this one police station. This cat showed up one day and he just stayed. And they adopted him, just kept him around. And he's now honorary Officer Donut.
They named him Donut?
Yes, Officer Donuts. And I know seeing office pets, it just brings extra joy to people who are working there. So I know they love little Officer Donut.
Yeah, hopefully nobody's allergic. So there's some cats
true.
that'll roam around here, but outside. I mean, I see one or two just about every morning just outside of where we are. But I'm allergic. I can't even get near a cat.
Yeah, that would not be good if someone was allergic.
It's
in the
not,
office.
no. But that's unique that I guess it's not unique, but it's different that this police station now has its own little cat, and they named it Donut.
We'll have to call it the feline unit.
Rob and Lizz.
His morning crew.
The Sandhus are a family of 4, and they are going through an exciting time of welcoming a new baby.
Oh, just like you.
Yeah. They go to the doctor's office for their first ultrasound, and they see not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 babies.
Oh, my.
On the ultrasound. And the really cool thing about this is that this was a surprise baby or surprise babies, and they're going to be quadruplets. They're all
Really?
girls and all be identical. And this is extremely rare to happen naturally.
And to be identical.
Identical.
Completely identical. Oh, my word. Can you imagine?
Yes. That they were all born and they're healthy. They were born early because you got to do that when there's that many.
You got to make room.
But they're doing well. They're recovering. The family of 4 is now a family of 8.
You see, Ninja, who's telling you the story, she's pregnant. Oliver is due. You found out news yesterday. Can you share this news?
Oh, yes. I was
Okay,
like,
good.
which news?
The news you told me earlier.
He's measuring like 2 weeks early at 4 pounds.
So here's the thing. Ninja is due like July 14th, right?
Yes.
My son was born on July 5th, so I'm rooting for July 5th for Oliver to come into the world.
Yes, we'll see. My in-laws are saying it needs to be June.
June?
Like,
Why June?
I don't know. But, I mean, it'd be great to have him here early, but also we need him to, have everything be healthy.
Fully developed.
Rob and Lizz.
His morning crew.
So with this weather that we just had, I don't know if you heard, but in Northern California, like the Sierra Nevada mountain range, they had 31 inches of snow. 31 inches of snow. Isn't that crazy to have snow this time of year? Because we're Maine, right? But no, they had all that snow and then that whole big weather system. I don't think that weather system that happened over the weekend there is what we saw here last night and early this morning. I don't know if you got affected by any of that.
Rob and Lizz.
His morning crew.
This is amazing to me. Here's this high school that is in Detroit, and there is a teacher and student basketball game that's going on. And then all of a sudden, the PE teacher himself has a heart attack right in the middle of that basketball court. So there are 2 students that are there, and they're in the stands watching the basketball game. They get up and run down to this PE teacher that is on the ground having this heart attack. One of the students starts doing the CPR compressions. The other one goes over and gets the AED, that little device that's available everywhere now, it seems like, that has the pads on it. So the other student, while he's doing the compressions, the other student gets this, runs back, puts the pads on the PE teacher, uses it, and saves this PE teacher's life. Come to find out that it was just like 2 months before that a lot of the students went through a CPR class. And the nurse who put on the CPR class is saying, this is amazing that these students, number one, they learned it. And number 2, that they were confident to use what they learned when they needed to apply it in real life. And it just happened that it was at school. This PE teacher is like, thank you so much. We're so proud of you. You saved my life. And it was quite a miracle that happened right in front of everybody's eyes.
Rob and Lizz.
His morning crew.
You soon won't be able to get your charged lemonades anymore at the Panera.
Oh, is that the stuff like with extra caffeine and stuff in it?
Yes, there was a whole controversy on these because they were so full with caffeine that it was giving people health problems.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Wow, I can imagine.
Like one of these has up to like 300 milligrams of caffeine, and me being pregnant, I can only have 200 for the day.
Oh, for real?
So I'm definitely gonna be out on these.
I don't know. I'm ignorant in this. How many cups of coffee would be like 300, whatever you said?
Maybe 2.
2 cups of coffee? Really?
2, yeah.
Wow.
Depending on how big it is, but
I must have 3 charged lemonades to the equivalent of without much of coffee that I drink throughout the day. That's something else. I wonder how many people are like fans of this lemonade then.
they look really good, but if it's got that flavor, I haven't tried it. If it has a flavor of like a energy drink, I'm not really a fan of the energy drink flavor.
Yeah.
But if it just tastes like lemonade,
Then it could be.
yeah, or like a punch.
Yeah, it could be. Well, too bad.
Rob and Lizz.
His morning crew.
Now, this is usually Liz's department when it comes to talking about cooking and baking and spices and things like that. But there's something that I'm learning that you should have in your cupboard, at least 3 spices that you should always have in your kitchen, they say. Don't ask me why. That's not my department, but I do know the 3. I'm going to see if this is because when it comes to Scott, he's the one that cooks in the family. Always out at the grill. Uses the spices like there's no tomorrow.
Yeah, when it comes to grilling, I'm out there. My wife does some cooking too, but when it comes to the grill, yeah, I do like to cook. I've always liked to cook, so I'm curious to see what these spices are.
One
I'm
is
supposed
garlic.
to have.
One is garlic.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Turmeric.
I don't know. That's not one I use usually.
I don't even know what it's used for. And cinnamon.
Yes, cinnamon.
Okay,
Garlic and cinnamon.
Yeah, turmeric. What's that used for, Ninja?
Flavor, maybe. I know my mom uses it because it's good for taking inflammation down.
Okay.
So you can like mix it in drinks to help with that. Like,
Oh,
in tea.
I never would have known that.
Mm-hmm.
Put it in your tea. Would it be good in coffee?
I don't know.
Because I'm not a tea guy. I'm just, and if I'm out and I order tea, this is going to shock people. It's unsweet. I cannot have the sweetener in the tea or any of the sweetness in that tea.
Gross.
No,
Is
it's not
turmeric
gross.
spicy? Does it have a flavor?
That's a good question, Ninja.
Let me go get the turmeric out of.
Rob and Lizz.
His morning crew.
5-second rule. When I say 5-second rule, what's the first thing that comes to mind? Jake.
You got 5 seconds to pick up whatever food you dropped until it becomes dirty.
Okay. Ninja, you'd say the same?
Yes.
Yeah. Scott?
Drop it
5-second
on the
rule.
floor, 5 seconds.
Yeah,
5
yeah.
seconds.
No. This has nothing to do with food. It has all to do with declutter. They have a 5-second rule for decluttering things now, believe it or not.
Oh.
Jake is so disappointed.
Wait, it takes 5 seconds.
No, what they're telling, so it's overwhelming to declutter things, right? You got all this stuff to clean up. You're thinking about what am I really going to get rid of? And then there's all this anxiety over decluttering because, well, things are cluttered. So here's what one expert is saying. They're saying, take a breather, count down from 5, and then start the process, because they say when you start counting down from 5, it gives you some sense of urgency, and that urgency is going to make you do what you want to do, especially when it comes to a decision. So if you have this thing and you're going, am I going to toss that or am I going to keep that? And then you count down from 5, it makes your brain lock into, I got to make a decision. I'm just going to toss it or I'm going to keep it.
But can we have a snack while we do it?
Long as you don't drop it on the floor, well, then there's the 5-second rule.